Hello, my friend, and welcome to Functional Fitness Over 50. This is week 4, lesson 2. Glad you're here with us. So make sure you have your water and drink it. If you chose a Pilates ball for your midline work, have that ready, or maybe a yoga block, or even if you've robbed your grandchildren's toy box of a stuffy, that could work too if it's fairly sizable. And in a previous video, we were doing some weights. I filled plastic bottles with water to use for weights. We're going to use weights just briefly today. You might also have these types of free weights. This is a 10-pounder, so today I'm going to use this with 2 hands for just a brief little bit. But they come in all sorts of weights, 2, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20. So if you choose to get some of those, you might want to grab a set that's light enough to work with, but not going to be too much of a strain. Okay, and let's see. We're going to start differently today. A little bit. We're going to start with what would be known on a Pilates Reformer as the footwork, and we will hold those foot positions while we are getting all the work for the abs that brings, for the core that brings. And then we will go back over the spine stretch forward, which was from lesson 1, and the bridge. We will add the leg lifts to the bridge today. So we have lots to do. We should get after it. Okay, so here we go. Let's turn to your mat, and your feet are flat. And instead of starting with the pelvic curl, we're going to go right into the footwork, because you already know how to do your pelvic curl. So we're just going to hold that to start. So we're going to roll back gently. There we go, on your mat. Okay. And the footwork can start with your head down, and your head can stay down through this if this feels best. Typically in the classical work, it is done with the hands behind the base of the head, fingers interlaced. Always remember that when you lift your chin toward the ceiling and then toward your chest, making sure your abs are engaged, and then make sure the weight of your head is resting back in your hands. So you're not straining, pulling up on your neck. You're using your hands to hold the weight of your head up. Okay, so you can start down here if you wish. I'm going to bring legs to tabletop. And again, that is 90-degree angle at the hip and the knee. And we are going to go into what's called the Pilates V. The Pilates V is your heels together, and the balls of your feet, the front of your feet, maybe just fist distance apart, no more. Heels together. So this makes knees come out a little bit, and that's where they should be here. Okay, so you can start with your head down, or you can lift up. Most importantly, make sure your abs are on. And from this position, we're just going to push out and bring those legs back in. So if your head is down, that's fine. Make sure the abs are engaged before you press out with an exhale and back in. And out. That's it. You got it. And back in. The core needs to be working. The ribs need to be knit together. You got it. Okay. And a couple more. We're just pushing out to a 45-degree angle and back and out and back. And then if you're ready to lift your head up, rest your head back in your hands. We're going to change the feet to bring them together and point the toes. Again, make sure your abs are engaged, and reach out and back. Out and back. That's it. Abs stay fully engaged. Core is on. You got it. Okay. And I have quite a habit of these, of letting my knees come apart. Like on the first one with the Pilates V, they are apart. Here, they stay together and the toes point. So So you might see me drift with that. Sometimes I need to be reminded. 2 more. 1 more. If your head is up, rest down a sec. Take a breath. You can rest your feet down on the mat a minute. We'll get 2 more types of these to do. The next one is called bird on a perch. Imagine your foot like a bird wrapped around a perch. So the heel is out first, then the arch helps the toes curl over. So it's sort of a cupped shape on your foot, bird on a perch. We'll bring those back up to tabletop. If you're better with your head down today, that's fine. If you're ready for it up, that's fine. Abs engaged and press out and in. Exhale and inhale. Out, you got it. There it is. Out, keep those feet curling over that bar, just like you're a bird on a perch. Reach forward and back, forward and back. Exhale and inhale. Engage those abs before you push out. And back in, engage and push out. 2 more, engage and push out. 1 more, engage and push out. Okay, take a rest here for a moment. Feet down if you wish, knees side to side if you like. Head down for a sec. And then we'll go into the last one. And the last one is heels, heels pressed out, feet and knees together. Okay, so here we go. Knees back to tabletop. Feet are together, knees are together, flexed foot, heel is going to lead here. Lift up if you're going to, and make sure those abs are engaged and press out through the heel. Really imagine your heel reaching for that wall. That's it, and knees stay together. I think I would benefit from putting something between my knees on this one to pull together with, because I do tend to flop out. And heels, maybe. It's hard to straighten your legs that way though. That's okay, whatever works for you. But knees are to be together during the heel press. Again, your head is resting back in your hands. Your elbows are wide. Your abs are engaged. You have 2 more to go. Press, heels out and in, and last one, heels out and in. Way to go. Woo! That should warm up the abs pretty well. And from here, we're going to go into a chest lift with rotation and then the hundreds. So we have lots of hello abs going on. I am actually going to flip around the other direction just for these. There we go. Okay. So chest lift with rotation. Elbows are out with your hands behind your head. Feet are together on the mat, knees are together. We're just lifting up, using the core to lift, and then turn the armpit to the knee, back down. Lift up, turn armpit to knee, back down. Lift up, your head is resting back in your hands, don't forget, and back down. Lift up and turn, back to the center and down. If you want to add a little bit to this one, you stay up in the middle. So you lift up, armpit to knee, stay up, elbows out, armpit to knee on the other side. Center, armpit to knee, center, knees together, armpit to knee, center, armpit to knee. That's it. Center, you got it. And it's fine if you choose to rest down for a second in the middle and then come over. Really important that it's the armpit that goes to the knee. Don't let your elbow fold in like this. There you go. 2 more each side. 1. Got it. Abs, abs. 1 and last one. And last one here. Okay. Oof. I bet you can feel the upper abs really working on that one. Okay, so now we're going to go right into the hundreds. If you remember, the hundreds has the arm pump movement that really warms up the core. And you can do this here at the first level where you're engaging your abs, your knees and feet are together, and your arms are out straight, palms down, and you're pumping. And fingers are reaching, fingertips reaching toward the wall across from you. If you want to bring this up another level, you can lift your head and neck, head and shoulders, and keep pumping. Long, deep breaths through your nose. Then you can bring your feet up to tabletop if you're ready for that. Abs engaged, ribs knit together. You got it. Wait, great, good job. Okay, you got it. And then if you want to take it one more step further, those legs go out to a 45-degree angle. The abs are engaged. The head and neck, shoulders are up, and the arms keep pumping. Oof, that's a lot. You're reaching out, you're lifting with the abs and controlling your core while pumping your arms. That's why you get warm so fast. This level with knees at tabletop. This level with head down. This level with feet down and still pumping the arms. Take 2 more big breaths in and exhale. 1 more. And done. Wow. Incredible how fast the hundreds warms us up. All right, we should be ready to rock and roll. So from hundreds, from hundreds we're going to go to spine stretch forward. So your feet are on the very edge of your mat, just on the outside. I'm going to sit up nice and straight. Shoulders come back. Shoulders come rolling back and down. And instead of taking everything forward here, like we're really working on a hamstring stretch, which of course there'd be nothing wrong with that, but we're working on the spine stretch right now. So when we're sitting up straight, shoulders are back, you almost want to have a little pelvic curl in that lower back, reminding the lower back that it needs to be against the imaginary wall, and then stretching forward through the spine. Done correctly, you'll feel a little less in the hamstring here, and then just through the spine. So reach your head out too, your head and neck out as far as it'll go as well as reaching those fingers. Roll back up, sit up straight, shoulders back, slight pelvic curl. Reach forward, let that back really stretch out. Oh, I feel so good. And back, sitting up straight. Again, forward. Oh, I love these. And here, from this one, you go ahead and drop your hands to the mat and just let them sit there for a second. Just hold that spine stretch. Big breath. And maybe those fingertips will go forward another ½ inch. Big breath. And then slowly roll yourself back up. Just sitting. Bring your shoulders back. Excellent job. Okay. And from here, we're going to go into the spine twist. So we're just going to bring our feet together, straight out. Sitting up straight again. This is different than the saw that we've done before. The spine twist has the legs together and goes to one side, 1, 2, and the other side, 1, 2. Keeping your torso straight, abs engaged. All that's moving is the waistline to turn you, and your feet stay right where they are. Arms stay out. 1, 2. 1, 2. Excellent job. 1, 2. You got it. One more each side. 1, 2. And 1, 2. All right. Woohoo! We're really getting there. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Bring your butt and heels closer to each other, and we're going to roll back for a single leg stretch. So on single leg stretch, we'll start with the left hand on the right knee, right hand on the right ankle. Roll yourself back and push the left leg out straight like a dagger. Excellent. Okay, so all this working in opposition in Pilates. That left leg is pointing out like a dagger. the upper arm, the arms are have the elbows out to the side and bringing the right leg in toward the chest. And while that right leg is coming in toward the chest, pushing into your arms. So this leg is trying to push while the arms are pulling and the other leg is reaching forward. A whole lot going on there. Right hand ends up on the left knee, left hand on the right knee. And push that dagger out. Push. Breathe. Exhale. Exhale. Good work. Bringing that knee in, pushing that knee against the hands. So it has to work, the arms have to work, while that other leg is out like a dagger. Good job. Single leg stretch. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Whew, love it. Okay, now we're going to sit up. You can either go sideways and then push yourself up, or take a hold of the back of your thighs and roll yourself up. I bet that's getting smoother as you're practicing it. Speaking of rolling, let's roll like a ball. So, as a reminder, when working on rolling like a ball, we will often come back and get stuck early on as we're working on getting our abs strong. So don't worry if you get stuck. You just push yourself back up again. But with the rolling like a ball, we want to bring our heels toward our sit bones, shoulders back, and bring the hands in from outside to the outsides of the ankles. You're holding on the outsides of your ankles and bowing your head so that your ears are close to inside your knees. You may not be able to get this small yet, but it's okay. You do what you can do with the intention of getting rounder as you progress. And so when we roll like a ball, we're going to go back and roll up and stay in that ball shape and keep the feet above the mat. Sometimes if we roll back and come up with a lot of momentum, boom, the feet go flat. And that's okay. You're just working on your balance. The stronger your core gets, the easier it is to stay in a ball, roll back up, and not do that with your feet. Okay, so let's try it. First of all, the balance. Get yourself in a balanced position with your feet off the mat, your knees bent in close, your head and neck curled forward. And you're just going to be sure that the core is turned on as you roll back and roll back up. Oh, and get stuck like I just did. And roll back up so that you're balancing right here, not touching the mat. Roll back and up. Balance. Good job. Roll back. If you fell apart, don't worry. Just get yourself back together. Get your positioning. Try again. Roll back, up, and balance. Back, forward, and balance. And when you go back, your head doesn't quite touch the floor. Close. My ponytail does. Right there. But my head is not banging on the floor. Holding the balance. And if this is a new one to you, just work on this part right here is holding the balance, and just hang here. Your core is working, just holding yourself here. 2 more. Let's see if I can do this without going to the floor. There we go. I gotta focus a little bit to do that right. And there we go. Great job, you guys. Yes, I love those rolling like a balls. And they're not easy to get started on, but they're fun when you get them figured out. Okay, so now we're going to roll up. And from a laying down position, when you're laying all the way out, right, the full extension on the roll up has the arms overhead, feet are flexed, engaging the core. We lift the head and neck and chest with the arms near the ears. We start to roll. And here's the important part right here. As you are rolling forward, you want to do that a vertebra at a time so that you come up to here, and it's like you could roll over a basketball or a beach ball while you are reaching forward. to your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes, whatever you can reach, and drop your head in the middle and relax a sec. So if roll-ups are new to you, you might start with your feet, your knees bent, roll back here, and then roll up, right? This is the practice to get a roll-up started. So you'll know how strong your core is getting by rolling back, rounded back, with your feet on the mat. If you get back here and your feet start to come up, then you've gone further than your ab strength is available to hold you up just yet. Just keep working on it. So you can roll up from here, knees together, roll down, wherever you can hold it with your feet on the mat, and then curl back up. That is the early modification for the roll up. And as your abs get stronger, you can go back further and roll up, and your feet will stay on the mat, right? And then from there, you can try your legs out straight. And don't start with arms over the head yet. That is quite a bit more difficult. If you put your reach your arms up toward the ceiling and start from here, then lift your head, then gather your abs, then roll through each vertebra and over that basketball or beach ball, and then stretch forward. Right, so this is kind of the in-between. Arms are up straight. Lift the head. And at first, you may feel parts of your spine kind of straight and sticky, that they just need to be worked on to roll. So don't worry if you get like to here and it's like, oh, I'm just kind of lifting up straight. I can't really bend. Hang there for a sec. Just let yourself be there for a second. Work on rounding that back and down. One more. Arms to the ceiling. Head to the chest. Roll one vertebra at a time. Pull it in. Pull those abs in, and reach over and stretch forward. Oh, love those two. They feel so good. Okay. Lying back with your feet on the mat for bridge. Okay, we're going to have our feet. You might want to grab one of your knee squeezers for the beginning of this one. With your feet together, your feet on the mat, your knees together, or pushing into this midline with your ball or whatever you have between your knees. Bring your heels fairly close to your sit bones and then just slight pelvic curl up and lift. Lift your bottom using your glutes and your upper hamstrings. Lift yourself off the floor and then roll down one vertebra at a time. So really think about unrolling your spine when you do this. Pelvic curl, lift up, hold, and then starting between your shoulder blades, stretch one vertebra down at a time. Middle of your back, lower back, hips, so that you get to that neutral place where your neutral spine, we have a tiny arch. Your lower back is off the floor just a little bit and your pelvis is pointing forward. Roll up again. Hold, breathe, and roll that spine down. Let's take 3 more bridges just like that. Knees in, keep that midline pulled together. 2, roll it up, hold, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hammies, down. 1 more, lift, roll, lift, and hold from here. And just breathe. And then roll it down. Okay, now you can remove, if you have something between your knees, remove that, pull your knees together. We're going to go up into a bridge again. Roll back down. Okay, then take your feet apart like hip distance. Roll up again and stay. Okay, keep your glutes and your hammies as elevated as you can while you lift your left leg. If you can reach straight for the ceiling, great. If it's better here for you at 45, that's just fine too. The goal is keep your glutes and hammies up, reaching for the ceiling with a pointed toe and flexing down to touch the mat and pointing up, and flexing down and pointing up. Flex down, point up. Pay attention to where your bridge is it still staying up there? Good job. It's okay if your bridge is low. If you can just get it a couple inches off the mat, that's where you are today. That's perfectly fine. 2 more with that leg. Point up, flex down, point up, and flex down. And if you get to that point where you can't hold the bridge anymore, it's perfectly okay to be on the floor, pointing up and flexing down with that leg, okay? So feet are hip distance apart again. Lift your bridge, hold, push your knees to the wall in front of you. Take a breath. Okay, glutes on, hammies on. Point that right toe, lift that right leg, and flex down and point up. Flex the foot down and point up. Pay attention to where you are holding your bridge while you're paying attention to intentionally lifting and lowering that leg. If you need your bridge to come down a little bit closer to the mat, that's okay. If you're tiring and your bridge needs to come down all the way, keep the leg moving. Point up, flex down. 3 more. Point up, flex down. Hold that bridge if you can. Flex down. Breathe, abs in, and last one. Excellent job. Woo! Let's take a stretch. Bring your knees to your chest. You can rock back and forth a little bit. Ooh-wee. That feels good. Okay. And staying in this position, this will be our last one in this position, we're going to go into leg circles. If you can, let's start with the right, I guess. Right leg is out on the mat and foot is flexed. If you need to keep that leg bent, that's okay too for the start. The left leg is ideally coming up to the ceiling and is going to go across the body, across the midline, down, around, and up in a small circle that stops at the top. Okay, so if this is too high for your leg today and you can do it out here, that's okay too. If you can do that with this leg down, that's fine too. If you need to have the knee bent, that's okay. So this leg is going to go down, across the body, down, around, and up, and stop 5 times. How is that core engagement? You're really holding your torso nice and steady? Good job. And now we're going to reverse it. These, I had my toe pointed, so now I'm going to flex my foot, reverse, and up. So it's out, down, across the midline, and up. And you stop at the up, boop. 2 more. Keep using those abs, keep yourself steady. Okay, bend that leg. You want to try to keep your abs nice and steady in here, not flopping around. So we got to engage here, get the ribs knitted in, and then lift that other leg. If you can do this with the leg on the floor out straight, that's fine. If not, bend it. 1, across, out, and up. That's 2. Across, down, around, and up. That's 3. There you go. That's 4. And 5. And now I'm flexing the foot. I'm going out, down, across, and up. And that leg on the floor is keeping a flexed foot. It's a lot to think about. That's why Pilates is so great for us, mentally and physically. And that's 5. 1 more for good measure. There you go. Okay. And bend that leg down. Whew. Now let's turn to our bellies. So I'm going to roll over and do a few things here. A couple we've done before and one we haven't tried yet, I think. Just back this up a little bit. Okay. So you're on your hands and knees. Take a moment for a cat-cow stretch. Abs come up. Okay. All right, so we're going to go down on our bellies. Make sure you can see me. Yep. Okay. So, and we have done this one before. We'll try it again today. Put your left hand down in front on the mat in front of you, and your right hand on top of the left. And then you're just going to put your forehead right down on top of your right hand. Relax your feet so your toes are on the mat, to the tops of your feet are on the mat. Your head's going to stay down on top of your hands. engage your abs like there's an ice cube underneath your belly. We're just going to lift up a few inches off the floor and down. You will feel this through your shoulders, your upper back, your mid back, all the way down to your lower back. And you want to be gentle. Lift and lower. You want to be gentle doing this. Making sure to engage your abs because that protects your back. Don't forget to breathe. That's it. You got it. 2 more. Lift and lower. Let's hold on the last one for a couple of seconds if you can. Abs are engaged, lifting that belly off the floor and down. Well done. Okay. Now we're just going to put the hands out in front of us, elbows out to the side. And we're going to swim this time, okay? So pulling your abs up off the floor, you're going to lift your legs slightly, keeping them straight as you can. If you can lift part of your thigh off the floor, then you're really rocking this one. If you're not there just yet, that's okay. Thighs can stay down. And that straight leg, start with swimming. If you can lift the thigh up a little bit, keep breathing. Your forehead can stay down. If you're lifting your head, make sure your head is coming straight off your spine. You're not straining, and you're swimming with those legs. Swim, 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 swim. Make a move, make a move, make a move. Swim, 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 swim. Good job. Okay. Take a rest. Okay, this is going to be our last one for extension right now. We're going to lift up ahead with our hands flat and elbows bent, sort of in a goalpost shape. We're going to lift your head. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to lift just the left arm off the floor when the head comes up a bit. And then lift that left arm a little further if you can, like you're looking under a rock. And then down. Abs are in, abs are in, abs are in. And then to the right. Look to the right and lift. Like lifting from the elbow so the arm stays bent in that goalpost position. And like your other side, looking under a rock. Breathe. Exhale. Inhale. Abs in, ice cube underbelly. Down. Lift. Down. You feel this in the shoulder, upper back, mid back. Abs are supporting the work of the core in the back. Down. 2 more. Lift that right elbow, look under the rock and down. Left and down. 1 more each. Up and down and up and down. Woohoo! That's awesome. You're just doing great. I'm so excited. Okay, let's push up into child's pose and stretch the back. If you can go all the way to put your butt on your heels, that's fine. Do it. Reach the fingers forward. If you're not able to sit all the way back, don't worry. Go as back as far you can without hurting yourself. If you have any pain or noises in your knees, you want to stop. And again, reach the fingers forward. You'll still get that stretch. So do this where you can do it. Couple of nice deep breaths. Reach it forward. And then we're going to take the right hand over to the left side. So we're stretching that side oblique. And the right hand over, and then the left on top of it. Stretching the other side. Oh, nice big sigh. Back to the center. And then start to roll up. 1 vertebra at a time. And then before we quit for today, let's just go into upward dog. So your feet come to the mat, your toes curl underneath you. If your wrists are sensitive, my right one is, because I broke it a while ago, I turn my fingers out a little bit on the mat, like this, instead of straight in front of me. When I turn them out and I have my my heel and palm of my hand on the mat and let my fingers come off the edge, somehow it always feels better for me. And your toes are curled out underneath, so you're lifting up, and then just allow yourself to Stretch back as far as you comfortably and safely can so you really feel that stretch down the back of your legs. You're holding your abs up and in, just letting that stretch happen. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, stretch your feet and back carefully down to your knees. Sit back and give yourselves a round of applause. Whoa, great job. Man, that was awesome. So we added a few more pieces, a few more different moves into this week's. And there's so many movements in Pilates that we'll be able to add some things as we go along. But I want to make sure to reiterate that this is in week 4. Go, if you're starting, go from the beginning. Go back to week 1. Work through that until you feel comfortable. It's really, really important that we get the form correct in the mat work like this. Form is really important. So we want to make sure that you're really comfortable at the level 1. And you notice right there from week 1, lesson 1, I show you different levels of the movements. So you can start at the very modified beginner movement and then add a little bit more work to each one. So you can be back there in the earlier weeks and still be working really hard because you're taking the modified, easier movement up in each of its levels before going on to different moves. But yeah, so make sure you're going back and checking all that out. And don't forget to check out the functional fitness on the fly. I'm working on building those things for us to do when we are out in the world at places and times and situations where we might not first think, oh, this is a great opportunity to work on my functional fitness, but there are really great opportunities out in the world to do that. So, okay, I will see you on the next one. Take care of you.